Good afternoon. I am Mike Koso. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Tokenyze. At Tokenyze, we're looking to disrupt supply chain finance. Whoop, let's make this happen first. At Tokenyze, we're looking to disrupt supply chain finance and commodity investment as we know today. We are looking to turn metals and minerals into investable digital tokens. But more importantly, we're looking to transform supply chain work-in-progress inventory into on-chain programmable collaterals. Our mission is to use tokenization to help refiners, producers to effectively reduce the cost of financing, allowing them to further basically get a better financing solution. And perhaps we can even change the demand profile for base metals and minerals from that of just industrial use to that of industrial investments and perhaps even currencies. Here's how we do it. We focus on three groups of personas, starting with the supply side, producers, refiners, groups that are basically sitting on inventory, waiting for their inventory to be made into products and then sold. Second group, asset buyers, stablecoin issuers, retail investors who are waiting to deploy capital to buy something. Third group, as you would imagine, marketplaces, dealers, exchanges, and decentralized exchanges where the supply meets demand. Now, here's what's happening today in the market. Producers, they would take out metal leases, they take dollar loans to acquire the material. They pay for the interest on the loan. They would then use the money and the material to then make products, sell the goods, get the cash, return the loan with cash, and hopefully make some money in between. The problem is, raw material financing is very, very expensive, upwards of 15% for many of the producers in continents such as in South America and Africa. In the meantime, retail investors has had no retail products that allow them to invest directly into base metals, materials, and minerals, and for that reason, supply chain finance is very, very inefficient. We have a two-part solutions that solve the problems. Part one, we tokenize, through tokenization as a service, we help producers, refiners create warehouse receipt tokens representing the on-the-conveyor belt work-in-progress inventory that conform to the strict legal definition of UCC Article 7 warehouse receipts, for that reason, not a security. Now, what it all means is that, as demonstrated by our team in the past 6 years, the warehouse receipt token is ready to be invested by retail investors and stablecoin issuers alike, which takes us to the second part of the solution, creating a CDP collateralized debt positions dollar stablecoin. We are a strong believer of dollar stablecoin. We believe it is the next big thing in finance. And our team are looking to launch stablecoin fully backed and over-collateralized by warehouse receipt tokens that we just talked about. Now, what it means is that we will be number one using a mechanics highly similar to that of MakerDAO DAI. They have done that for Ethereum, over-collateralizing Ethereum and creating stablecoins. We are doing this for real-world assets, starting with base metals. Now, all in all, what it means is that producers, refiners sitting on inventories are now able to draw cash, shorten the cycle of cash coming back to them by simply depositing what they already have on the conveyor belt warehouse, within the four walls, and be able to draw liquidity right out, from the dollar stablecoin pool. Now, all of these are only possible because of the Tokenyze platform. At Tokenyze, we have direct API integrations with the warehousing solutions. We also have a human staff 5-way reconciliation allowing for positions to be truly accurate. And last but not least, we also have token operations that utilizes the Fireblocks MPC infrastructure, making them already at institutional grade. Our revenue model is very, very simple. For the things and metals that have high turnovers, we charge transaction fees. But for nickel, copper, and cobalt, these industrial materials, we charge a financing revenue sharing cost, alongside with the producers. The addressable markets eventually is going to be all things that make up GDP as we know today outside of services, starting with a $50 billion addressable markets in the next 5 years. We have made a lot of progress in the last 6 months. We only started the company in October. We raised $1 million pre-seed money from our angel investor. And with that, we used the money to hire employees, build infrastructure, receiving SOC 2 Type 1 in March, which enabled us just last Friday getting a major commercial contract with Kitco Metals in Canada on tokenizing $340 million worth of gold and silver, with a turnover from last year's number of $1.5 billion trading volume. And we are expected to generate $1.8 million from the transaction fee, giving us at a minimum ARR of $1.8 million. And just last night, we were also able to get a commercial contract, once again tokenizing another $300 million worth of assets. And in the pipeline, as you can see on the screen, we have also entered into MOU with a supranational organization called AMSG. They have helped us to get connected with Uganda and also Malawi, tokenizing iron ore and coal, further going into our deep base metals and material tokenization. Our roadmap is a little bit ambitious. We are looking to tokenize all things on the periodic table, starting with gold and silver this quarter, iron and coal next quarter, and nickel, copper, and cobalt, which are EV materials, towards the end of this year. We are also looking to establish ourselves regulated in DMCC Dubai, establishing and leasing our own warehouse to store the incoming metals, and addressing some of the credit concerns from the African side of the equation. And furthermore, we are looking to launch our RWA CDP stablecoin in Q2 2026. We are looking to raise $2.5 million for our current seed round with a safe and token warrant structure. We have already gotten soft commits from some of the top names in the space, from a top layer 1 chain, a top Oracle solution, and one of the OG investors into Arbitrum, Avalanche, and Chainlink. And we are looking for more. We believe our team has one of the best resumes on the planet to get this executed. Myself, a 3-time head of tokenization, on my resume. I have tokenized gold and silver at Tradewin markets, working directly with the Royal Canadian Mint, Asahi, Agnico Eagle, Sprott, which are all the best names in the industry. I also have tokenized previously nickel, copper, and cobalt for Norris Nickel, which is one of the largest nickel producer in the world. Also, most recently, I have tokenized private securities and fund structure, and I was the head of valuation for Raise FX and commodities at Greenwich Capital 2008. My partner, my mentor, my old boss, Kevin Hall, is a 35-year-old commodities trading veteran. He used to run offices, for Refco, which is one of the largest commodity trading house in the world, and also most recently at Tradewin Markets. But also he also ran offices at RJ O'Brien, which got bought by StoneX recently. Now we Tokenyze, strongly believe in tokenization. We don't believe tokenization equals distribution. We believe tokenization is actually opening up access for many of the restricted parties. All in all, we are super excited. If you like what you see and hear today, please follow us, like us, and subscribe to us on LinkedIn and Twitter. Otherwise, if you want a copy of the deck, please scan the QR code. Thank you very much.